Sports 178. Good basketball, despite what JJ Redick thinks. They're not all plumbers. So we'll deaden that music. It was primitive back then, that music in 1978. These games on tape delay. Me trying to watch under the covers. His mom tries to get me to turn off the TV set as I'm heading into fifth grade the next day. I think it was fifth grade, yeah. So I snuck one in on mom. She's in heaven right now, but I still watch the games, Mom. Sorry, couldn't do it. Couldn't let you do it. Even though I was on tape delay like 1:30 in the morning. I'm all right. I survived. I don't think I was learning anything big in fifth grade that day. Maybe about Roger Williams discovering Rhode Island. I don't know, something like that. But anyway, so telling you like it is here, Dave Scholler, NBA update. I can't say I'm shocked that the Warriors are here. I thought that the Suns would have given them a great run. So we'll talk about that today. We'll talk about obviously the Celtics and the Heat. But we want to start off with some people have gained some momentum over the last couple of weeks, just saying stupid crap. It was great to see Bob Cousy just come out and slap JJ Redick, who I'm a Duke fan, but JJ's always been a jackass. So nothing to shock that. Yeah, Bob Cousy's playing plumbers. This is after he said he didn't care about people over 60, but since ESPN is the woke or slept, as I like to call it, stay slept organization these days, I guess they didn't care that he insulted anybody over 60, which includes Magic and Bird, who built the damn NBA, and Dr. J and people like that. So it was great to see Kuz come out and talk about Chamberlain and people of that nature and how great they were, because they were. And obviously JJ is not too bright, even despite a Duke degree. I guess he didn't go to class much. But just really, really scary. And then the other thing, James Worthy to come out the other day and talk about how modern day players just want to worry about their media brand and shooting threes and getting tattoos. He's not wrong. Perhaps JJ will come out and insult James as well. James Worthy's probably about 60 by now also. So, we'll see. But James, another great player, and could probably still beat JJ if he played today. James is probably 60 or 61. He's still definitely beat him. But, so it's good to see that whole exchange take place. I want to see JJ come out and go against James Worthy too. This Worthy definitely transitioned the small forward position in the NBA, and great player. Had some great battles with Bird, Dennis Rodman, just incredible stuff over the years. Gotta love big game James. Shout out to Mr. Ramos, who's a person I work with. He's favorite players, big game James. If you go down to Gastonia High School, the whole wall is James Worthy. When you walk into the high school, I've been down there to recruit, got one of our players down there at Winthrop, and the whole high school is big James Worthy on one of the walls. Awesome stuff. But anyway, getting back to those series there, the Warriors beating the Mavs. The Mavs, I've said this last year. I thought the last year the Mavericks had the least athletic playoff roster I've seen in NBA history. And I stand by that. This year they did improve athletically, but again, we still have not a great roster. If you're the GM there, I would give you about a hot 5 seconds to get it done. You just don't have enough around them. My whole contention, though, and I say this with all due respect because I love Luka, but guys like LeBron and people like that, they have the ball so much. You just wonder if anybody else can really flourish. I know, LeBron's one with a bunch of different people, Anthony Davis and Kyrie and Kevin Love and Dwayne Wade, but they just dominate the ball so much, whereas Magic would come down, get rid of it and get it back maybe. But these guys just dribble. They dominate the whole goddamn ball, make the ball move. And we will give JJ some props. He did point out that Luka's not playing with Hall of Famers, but then you got to ask yourself, did Magic make some of those guys Hall of Famers? If you look at James's numbers after Magic wasn't there, big drop off. So I know Kareem was a Hall of Famer before he got there, but James found himself the ball in many a great spot. Same with Jamal Wilkes, who wasn't doing much until Magic got there. So again, Bird and Magic did play with better players, but again, Celtics basically a 20-win team the year before Larry got there. I know that Cowens and Archibald and guys like that were hurt, but Larry made people better all the time. Luka's a great passer too, so I believe he does as well. So I'll give Redick a little credit for that. But he's not on that level yet. Has to do it a little bit longer. So it's all great stuff, but that series not a surprise. 4-1, not a surprise at all. Then I look at obviously the Heat Celtics series. Great stuff, great series, a lot of fun. The Celtics twice now in game sevens have had some bigger numbers at the 3-point line in their opponents. They had 54 more points in game seven versus the Bucks than their opponents. And yesterday they had 15. Obviously, 15 is not an unworkable number, but when you win a close game, 15 extra points at the 3-point line and the free throw line, definitely get the Celtics an opportunity. And the Heat went to the line a lot. And a lot of people giving Jimmy Butler grief. You cannot give the man grief in the moment. He doesn't have time to sit there and think. I, as a player, would have liked to think that I would have went to the hole and tried to get one on Horford because it didn't look like the backside had any help. And Jimmy'd been getting to the basket. And true, that's not Jimmy's best offense, a 3-point shot. But I will say that in the heat of the moment, he's your best player. He's got the ball in his hands. But again, injuries really, I think, is the hidden story of that series as well. No, Tyler Hero averages about 16, 17 a game, I believe, and doesn't play in the series. So again, I feel like if they have Hero, they win that series. I think they held on a little bit too long to Max Strus and didn't get Oladipo in there some other a little earlier and a little bit more minutes. Strus must have naked pictures of somebody. They keep putting this guy out there, and he's not a great defender, although they try to pump him up, and he's just he's a mediocre shooter. He's not even a good shooter. So disappointed in that. But I like Spoelstra. But hey, we all have our moments as coaches and players also. If you compete a lot and long enough, you can have those moments. I just didn't think it was the best decision to put everything into his hands. But like we're looking at the screen right now as we get into this next series, and Tatum and Brown always goes right in transition and waiting for someone to pick up on that. Marcus Smart had 9 points in the third quarter the other day. It was really huge because he hadn't really done much on the offensive end as far as scoring goes. He has had solid assist numbers, as the screen shows you there. But it should be a fun series. But that series with the Heat and the Celtics was a lot of fun. Thies didn't get any run. Robert Williams and Al Horford. You're happy for Al Horford. Very happy for him. He's always been a class gentleman and a pro's pro. Something that a lot of people don't understand what that means today. Just a guy who came out and has always been on teams that probably overachieved, probably because of him and his leadership. But yet at the same time, those Celtic teams, the first times were just not great teams. Those Hawk teams are not great teams, but they played hard and they played well. And so here he is. And he said he had a great college career, got back-to-back titles there. His father, Tito Horford, 7-footer, played for the Detroit Pistons, most notably that I can remember. But good to see Al Horford. He's a good dude. He's a pro's pro, and we're happy to see that. But as we look at the statistics here for the series, and again, I hate to see that NBA thing, and I hope the NBA injury thing doesn't real terribly head here. Hopefully everybody's healthy. Supposedly Peyton will be back. We'll see what's happening with Iggy. Iggy comes back. It gives you another guy to cover Brown or Tatum, and Iggy can cover anybody. He's if I had a team of 12 guys, I'd put him on my all-time team, not because he's an all-time best player, but I put 4 guys out there that can cover anybody. I get a guy like him, a guy like Michael Cooper, a guy like Robin, maybe a guy like Tayshaun Prince or Draymond. Put those 4 guys. Have 4 of those types of guys on a team with 8 studs, my 8 studs, and then I'll take on anybody because I'm going to have a couple of role players too because those guys can guard anybody. Pippen obviously can guard anybody as well. But if you look back here, obviously not too much craziness in the numbers here. Both teams averaging around 111 points per game. Rebounds are about the same. The assists are a little bit higher for the Warriors. That great motion offense they run. Both teams are turning the rock over a lot. 15 a game for the Warriors and 13, but there's not a lot of difference here in the numbers. And you're looking for something here to grab onto. Celtics shoot free throws a little bit better. And these numbers, you're always looking for something to grab onto, but there's not a lot here. But so let's get inside the numbers here as far as what the Warriors been averaging in the playoffs. Obviously, Steph only shooting 45% in the playoffs, 38% from 3, 82% from the free throw line, but he's getting a 6.2 assists, his 5 rebounds, and he's averaging 25.9 a game, having a great playoff as always. He's got to stay healthy. Steph sometimes can get fragile, so we got to make sure he stays healthy. Draymond Green, 8.7, shooting 54%. So you always say to yourself, why doesn't he shoot more? Well, I don't know. He's lost his confidence in that shot over the time. Draymond used to be an effective 3-point shooter. Now he's only shooting 26% from 3. Again, I'm waiting for a team not to guard him and play him actually at the foul line and just not guard him and clog it up in there and bump cutters and let him run the offense, but bump cutters, get in and out of the lane, kind of like a hopscotch situation. Get it in and out of the lane and don't cover him. Make it a mental game for him. I love Draymond. He's one of the best help defenders of all time, but I also think he only works on this team if you let him. And what I mean by that is, again, just sloughing off, making him do something he doesn't want to do. He probably still wouldn't shoot it, so it might not work as well as we hope. But at the same time, if you're the Celtics, why not give it a roll? 7 rebounds, 6 assists. The other thing about Draymond is the lack of discipline in today's NBA. Can you imagine a team 10, 15 years ago not posting him up? Most days he's the biggest guy on the floor. Sometimes Looney is. But when they go small like that, I would post his ass up. That's why when people talk about how this is a team that, wouldn't be beat by any team. I mean, can you imagine the Lakers not throwing the ball into Kareem? He would just eat his shit for breakfast. Excuse my French, but he would just kill him. Or Moses Malone or anybody of that nature, Robert Parrish, Kevin McHale. I mean, just, but then those teams had discipline to throw the ball in the hole. Shaq with the Lakers, people of that nature. So those teams had discipline, but Draymond gets away with it because everything is about the 3-point arc today. Iggy hasn't played. All right. So Iggy's going to be out. Probably. I hope he comes back. He's one of my favorite players. Peyton will be back. Otto Porter's been a little bit banged up. He's had some solid moments, playing well. Peyton is a big energy guy. Looney's been a great player. I've loved him since the Toronto series a couple of years back, shooting 66%. He's getting 7.5 rebounds a game. And he's not even playing a ton of minutes. You just got to love this man. I mean, this guy just plays his ass off. Got to love him. Moses Moody's really showed some things, and a Warrior player development people have got to get a ton of credit here. Moses Moody's playing well. He can play anywhere else. Jordan Poole having an excellent time right now, and he's a difference. I think he's a third scorer in a group, getting 18 a game. Puts that third guy out there, and he's shooting 53% and 39% from 3. And so, for me, that just means that he's not getting enough shots. This guy's, he's getting 3.2 and 4.5 assists a game. So, Jordan Poole is really playing solid. Just not getting enough credit. Clay has not been himself. He did come around a little bit in that last game or two, but I don't think that they've shot as well. But the other guy is Wiggins. Wiggins had a great series. He's averaging 15.8. Now, this is all the averages for the total playoffs so far. He's shooting 48%, 35% from 3, which for Wig is something that he was never good at. Like I said before, I'm telling you like it is. I'm so happy for Wiggins. He was cast out by LeBron. Didn't even want to develop him. Another reason why Mike is better than LeBron. Mike made Scotty. Who'd LeBron make? So, Mike took young guys and made him. He didn't ship them out. He played them. Made him, told him how to play, told him how to work. Sometimes got on him hard, but that's what leadership is. So Wiggins has had a great series. He did a great job. And now he's going to cover Brown and Tatum. I assume he'll be on Tatum. But we have to see. And Clay is a great defender. He's a two-way player. The thing is, Poole and Curry, I'm not sure that they can handle those guys. So they're going to probably be sloughing off of Marcus Smart and making it a mental game and making him shoot. So whoever's in the game, whether it be Curry or Poole at the same time, one of them will be guarding Marcus Smart. I'm sure it'll be Curry to start off, which leads me to another point. The whistle in this series is going to be very important. Is Marcus Smart going to be allowed to breathe on Steph Curry or not? Is Draymond Green going to be allowed to push around Al Horford and Rob Williams? So we'll see. It's going to be exciting to see. It's going to be a really exciting basketball. I think the Boston bench has got to come up big here. We need guys like Williams to shoot well. Williams has been had a great series versus the Bucks. He had some moments in Game 7 again the other night. That's what they need. Let's check out the Celtics statistics here. Obviously, Jaylen Brown, 22.9, 49%. 6 of 8 rebounds, 3.5 assists, having a great playoff. Al Horford, like I said, very happy for him, shooting 50%, getting 9.6 rebounds and 4 assists for Al Horford. Really amazing. A lot of more for rebounds, 12 points a game. Rob Williams is still not totally healthy, but when he is, he's a big difference maker. He changes things in the shot blocking department. Both these teams are 2 of the top defensive teams in the NBA. If by some metrics, you'll see that they are the top defensive teams. I'm sure the media will manipulate that to make it sound like they're the best 2 defensive teams. Rob Williams, like I said, 7.8, shooting 64%, 90% from the free throw line, which is really impressive for a big fella. So when he gets there, he's finishing up. Peyton Pritchard had some moments here, 45%, 36% from 3. He's had some good moments. Marcus Smart, who I love, only shooting 39%. So again, I would make it a mind game if I was guarding the Celtics with Marcus Smart, and I'd make it a mind game if I was guarding Draymond, if I was the Celtics on the other side. Jason Tatum, obviously, been all world, 27 a game, but only shooting 44.6%. I'd like to see that number get up there, but doesn't look like it's going to happen. 37% from 3, 6.7 and 6 assists a game. That's the impressive part. Thies has did a really good job in the first series versus the Nets. Still shooting 59%, not playing as much. Derek White's been good. We'll see if his health was he got banged up a little bit, getting eight a game, and Grant Williams 10 a game off the bench. These are priceless things here. So if you can get these gentlemen to keep stepping up like this, their bench has been very productive, and I think it's just going to be a fun series. Like I said, I mean, I really think I would just try to find a way to take away. Obviously, it's hard to take away all three of those Splash Brothers when they're out there at the same time. You got to make Poole pay on the other end, Steph pay. So while they're on the other side of the court, if they're out there together, if you're the Celtics, you got to make them pay by guarding. And this is where the Warriors will go zone. And I've said this for years, and I've said this on this program. I don't know why more NBA teams don't play zone, especially when you're playing a team like the Warriors. If you're going to give up a three, no matter what you do, why chase a guy around, exhaust yourself on the other end of the floor to give up the same shot that you're going to give up while playing a zone? At least in a zone, you can direct where the shots are coming from. You could try to pick the side of the floor that you want the shots to come from. You could try to funnel the ball to a certain person. I'm surprised more teams don't go zone. I'm just really surprised. I know they're afraid of the three ball, and I understand that. But even just for a change of tempo and change of look, sometimes you can throw somebody off for 5 or 6 minutes, and that's all you need. But everybody says, "Oh, geez, you can't play zone in the Warriors." Hey, Steph's going to shoot it no matter what. Why don't I at least play zone and maybe direct it to somebody else? Except keep it from Steph. Play some zone, play some 2-3, play some 3-2. Just direct the ball. Maybe get corner jump shots. Get what you think after analytics and all these other things, that what you think is available and what you think another team doesn't do as effective as some other things they do. So push the ball, funnel the ball to one part. But you saw Rick Carlisle do it a little bit more over the years with the Mavs. He played a little bit of zone. You've seen the Warriors do a little bit of zone here. But I'm looking forward to seeing a little cat and mouse game. The biggest change is always between game 1 and 2. Over the years, we've seen the favorites come in, like the Warriors, the experienced team, run out and get game 1 and then only to get flushed. We saw that in Jordan's first year when he was young guns. The Lakers win game 1, but then they just took him right out. We've seen the Lakers and the Pistons when the Lakers had all those guys back and the Pistons came in after game 1 and bounced them after that. So game 1, sometimes it's misleading. And the biggest adjustments all between 1 and 2 is Sixers got out to a good start in the Lakers. So like I said, game 1 to 2, people like to panic, and the Celtics have gotten out of the gate slow in both series they've been in so far. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. The Warriors have not really gotten out of the gate slow here. They haven't really played from behind in these series, and I don't think they've really been tested. I thought Memphis wasn't healthy enough to give him a tough game. I thought the Dallas definitely wasn't good. I think Phoenix could have beat him and probably would have beat him, but Phoenix just didn't handle Luka, and Luka did all the dirty work for the Warriors. And once again, the Warriors benefit from a lighter schedule. Over the years, they've had some great luck, and I love the Warriors, but over the years, they've had some great luck with injuries of who they played. And that's why when they lost to all those guys in 2019 in Toronto, it's like kind of like in a sick way. It's kind of like karma with all the benefits they had over the years. They lost their whole team pretty much. But again, they got a benefit. They didn't have to play. They played Nuggets, with no backcourt basically. Then they got to play the Grizz, who are missing a couple of guys. And here we are again. You don't have to then to get to play the Mavs, who just don't have enough talent on this team. And like I said, NBA GM has to be all over that. It's just got to get better. So if he is not all over that, it's he should really be fired, because this team is just does not have enough talent. It's a total dearth of talent. It's not going to be enough. Let me find my montage. Oh yeah, there it is. Yes, Marvin Webster, next Sigma, great stuff. Anyway, we're going to check in pretty much every game in the NBA Finals. After every game, we're going to check in like it is. Let us know what you think. We'd love to have you on Spotify. We got it on Apple or on Anchor. On Twitter, Facebook. We're all over the place. Love to hear your thoughts. You want to come on? We'd love to have you on. Love to have people on. It's more fun. And I will picture up all the reps today. He's very good at the Knicks. He's a very good player. Fouled off the bench. It's a stick-up pivot. Wow, I'm going to love that. Highlights, Webster right there. Oh, great stuff. Got Kevin Greavy. Oh my goodness, great stuff. Looking forward to the NBA series here. Telling you like it is. Elvin Hayes, the Big E. See him out there. Love Elvin Hayes, one of the best players of all time. Turn around Jamestown. And we'll catch you next time. Telling like it is. All right. We'll cut away, and like I said, we'll see you next time.